Everything after I don't know is a self-belief. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the belief is true, because beliefs are created through repetition. I was sitting on my bed last night filling out this application for like this TED Talk opportunity. And it gets to the point where you have to answer the question as to what box does your TED Talk go into category wise. Y'all, I'm an overthinker, so I was sitting there like, well, it's not education, it's not taxes or something. And I was like, I don't know. I help people shift their mindset. And then I stopped because I realized what I did. I said, I don't know, and then named what it is that I feel I do. That's what I call an exit door. So sometimes when we don't want to face something, or we're not comfortable, or imposter syndrome creeps in, we lack confidence in a certain area, whatever, we'll use the phrase, I don't know, before what the thing actually is. This can be used positively or negatively. Sometimes we say, I don't know, and we say what we believe to be true, and it is actually true. And then other times we use I don't know and say what we think, is true, or a negative belief. Let me get honest with y'all for a second, because I'm building an entire platform on teaching women to return to themselves. Really had to sit with that last night, because I don't get to pretend. The same way I like to hold my ladies accountable is the same way I'm gonna hold myself accountable first. I make people sit in feelings that they want to outrun. So when you are having conversations like that, whether it's with a friend, a therapist, yourself, sit in that uncomfortable feeling instead of saying, I don't know. I can sit here and say, stop submitting to bullshit. Don't date men who don't like you. Are you actually healed, or are you just tolerating more? I can sit there and say all that, but then when it came time to say like, hey, this is what I do, I'm like, I don't know, I do this. It is literally a protective reflex. It's not a pause to think, it's a pause to not think, to not sit in it, to not feel uncomfortable. You get that? Just to be clear, everything after I don't know is what you believe. So let's think about why you said I don't know before the thing that was actually true. Some people have a fear of failure. Some people have a fear of success. We can talk about that in another video, but I lean more towards fear of success. So when I'm putting myself in a position to be more visible, whether it's creating content for y'all, applying for these bigger stages and opportunities, or even helping someone on a personal level, which is why I haven't fully reopened my coaching yet, but it's coming soon, y'all. That inner critic likes to pop in. Behind that I don't know really is, I worry if I'm good enough. I worry if I'm saying the right thing. I'm worrying if someone's going to feel like I'm a fraud. I want to be too much. I don't know if I'm enough, whatever. That's what is really behind that I don't know. So again, make sure y'all sit with that and figure out what it is for you. So I really had to sit there and have a conversation with myself. Like, I'm sorry, like I am qualified. I literally wrote 2 books about this. I'm finishing Triggered now, and we're almost sold out of the first copy of The Mind Reset. More than qualified to speak on this, and how dare I say I'm not? Literally after I just list every reason why I was. Really just, I'm not ready to be seen on that level, and that's something I'm working with. That's why I'm saying, like, the work that I do when it comes to identity work, it's about being in the messy middle. I'm Ashley, and that's what I do over here. I'm taking people literally through the messy middle within my own journey. I'm talking about how I feel, what it looks like, things that we don't even realize that it is that. We're going to work on that fear of visibility, because I know there are more women out there who I need to help. I want to really encourage y'all to sit with that. The next time you say, I don't know, or maybe it's when you use those little fillers to avoid saying the thing, I want y'all to sit with it for a little bit before you move past it and ask yourself why.